Hello! Hi guys, it's Monica. Thank you for clicking on my video. Today I'm back with another nail video. This one is going to be a tutorial on how I get this starry polka dot design. I first saw this design on a Pinterest post, but nobody was actually tagged on it, so I'm not sure who came up with it first, but it was on a pair of acrylics. So ever salon or nail technician did come up with this, thank you. I love it. I copied you. I hope you don't mind. This is one of my favorite designs I've ever done on my nails, and it's super easy because I'm not actually drawing the stars or anything. I'm using decals and it just sticks right onto the nail polish. I do have another video on how I take care of my nails, how I keep them strong and healthy and grow them long so that they do kind of look like acrylics. So if you're interested in watching that video, please do after you watch this one. I will link it down below. Without further ado, I'm just going to go on to the tutorial portion of this video, so please enjoy. Okay, so just before filming this, I removed nail polish from my nails from the last time I painted them. So since I just had nail polish on, I'm starting off my routine by removing any stains on my nails caused by my last color. I'm doing this by scrubbing them with whitening toothpaste. Toothpaste with whitening agents like baking soda or hydrogen peroxide and stuff, it can lighten stains on your nails similarly to how it does it to your teeth. So I'm just giving them a good scrub over top and underneath too. I also go ahead and scrub my entire hand as well just to exfoliate it and get it super smooth. Since my nails are going to be looking good, I really want my hands to look good too. I didn't show this part, but right before I start everything, I actually cut the tips of my nails with clippers. They used to be stiletto shapes, but I'm going to make them almond shapes this time, so I just cut the pointy tips off. I put some lotion on to moisturize my hands, and now I'm going to go in with cuticle oil and put that all over my nail and my nail beds. I'm going to leave that on there for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to push my cuticles back. So once your cuticles are nice and soft, you can go ahead and push them all back. I don't personally remove my cuticles, but this is where you would do that if you want to. I also put my cuticle pusher underneath my nail and go back and forth. This is just to even out the white part of my nail. Since I'm using a light color, you're going to see through it and see the white part of my nail a little bit. So if it's even, it's just going to look a little nicer. Now I'm filing my nails in the shape I want. Like I said, I'm doing an almond shape, so I'm just filing down both sides of my nails towards a point, but then I'm going to round out that point, and I'm just making sure it's symmetrical and that all my nails are basically the same length. This is when you should buff your nail to get it nice and smooth and even. I also recommend that you use the buff underneath your nail as if you were filing your nail again. This is going to get rid of those little flaky things that appear under your nail after you file it. It's just like a layer of nail that didn't get filed off, so you can go ahead and remove them now so they're not in your way when you paint your nails. After buffing my nails, I wash my hands to get rid of all the file dust and the cuticle oil that's still on them, and then I'm just going to moisturize them again. Right before we start painting, you need to clean all your nails with acetone and a cotton ball just to make sure that there's no cuticle oil, no cream, nothing on them, because you need the surfaces to be very clean in order to adhere to the polish well. Also, make sure that none of the cotton ball fluff got caught on your nail so it doesn't ruin the nail polish application later. Transition to the painting part. Start off with your base coat. I really recommend the one I use. I like it a lot. To get the best base coat application, you're just going to want to make sure it's very even, since this is the foundation for all the other layers you're going to put on next. I just make sure to use the least amount of strokes as possible, and I don't use a lot of paint, but I also make sure that my entire nail is well covered. Also make sure that you're painting the front edge of your nail as well with the base coat. You're going to do this with every layer of paint you use. It's just going to ensure that your nail polish isn't going to chip, and it allows for the very best application, I promise. The nail color I'm going to be using today is Sugar Daddy by Essie. I know you can read, but I really just wanted to say the name of the nail polish. I feel like you could use any nail color for the base of this look because the stars are so cute by themselves already. So choose whatever you want. When I'm applying nail polish, I put the brush down almost to the base of my nail, and then I push it back, and then I drag it down one side, and then I drag it down the other side, and then I connect it by dragging it down the middle. I find that this is the best way to apply it because it allows you to cover the entire nail with the polish with only 3 strokes. You can fix it up with a few more strokes, but like I said before, you don't want that many strokes or else you're going to have a streaky texture. And don't forget the front edge of the nail. These are the little stars I'm going to be using for the design. I got them in gold. They're not stickers, they're just decals, but they'll stick to wet nail polish and be secured by top coat. I got them from Daiso in this package with other designs, but I'm sure you can buy them anywhere, probably on Amazon, and I'm just going to be sticking them on with tweezers. As you paint each nail with the second coat of polish, you're going to need to apply the stars to that nail. The stars need that wet second coat in order to stick to the nail, so you can't wait until they're all dry or else the stars will not stick. I'm sorry it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing here, but I'm just grabbing a star with my tweezer and bringing it over to the spot on my nail that I want it to go, and I basically just got as close as possible to my nail and placed the star down. It's not too specific the way the star landed, but I wasn't particular about the way it was facing or anything like that. The design is kind of a random placement of stars and dots, so it doesn't really matter the way it's oriented. Once the star is on the nail, you need to press it down with your tweezers in order to make sure that all sides and edges are stuck onto the polish. The parts of the star that are obviously the most susceptible to lifting are all the points, and if a point starts to lift, it can get caught on things and it's definitely going to rip off. So just really make sure that the star is secured on all edges to the wet polish. Here's what it looks like so far. It already looks so good. You could seriously just use the stars and be done and have a total look. But I'm just going to finish it off and show you guys in super fast mode me doing the rest of my nails with the stars. For the finishing touch of this design, you're going to add white dots in the remaining space on your nail between the stars. I'm just using a little orange stick to make my dots, but you can use so many different things. You can use a bobby pin, you can use a ballpoint pen, anything that has a circular tip and is going to make a relatively small dot. You can make your dots a little bigger or a little smaller, just depending on your preference too. I'm just using a generic white nail polish. Anything works because you're going to use so little of it anyway. Finally, we can move on to what I think is the most satisfying part about painting your nails, and that is putting on top coat. Before you put the top coat on a design like this, you really need to make sure your nails are dry or almost dry. You don't want the top coat brush to drag your polka dots down or move your stars around and ruin the whole design. I also recommend you put a little bit more top coat than you usually would because this is the last coat that's really going to make sure the stars are stuck onto your nail. And don't forget the edges! Finally, we are done! You have your own salon quality nails with this super complex design that you did yourself, and you don't even have to tell anyone. That wasn't that hard. To dry your nails, you can use my method. I fill a bowl with ice water and I soak my nails in there for 5 to 10 minutes and they'll be done after that. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope it helped. I hope your nails look super cute and everything you do with your hands feels super fancy. I will see you guys next week. Bye!